Bro, honestly, like knowing the results and that, would you have paid up front?
Like knowing the results,
Yeah.
10K. Obviously, bro.
Alright, so in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down exactly how we took my client Bart from inconsistent 2-3K a month selling low ticket offers to over $100,000 in March alone. And this is a client now doing consistent 6-figure months. We did it without implementing anything crazy. We didn't have brand new content that just went viral and allowed us to scale the business. We actually did it while getting less views. So if you're a coach watching this and you're having issues with your coaching offer, this video is for you. Don't want to waste any of your time. Let's just get into the video. Let me make my camera smaller. All right, so if you want proof, we did 71K on WAP, a little bit of it was on fan bases too. Then we received some crypto payments. As you know, trading offers get a lot of crypto or bank transfers. All right, so Bart's audience before working with us was split into these 3 sections and had specifically this percentage here simply because we did track it. Now, what does this mean? That it's cooked, okay? As you can see here, any personal brand's audience is made of dumb entertainment people, value seekers, and ready to change people, okay? And as you can see here, Bart's audience was getting mostly dumb entertainment guys that were not making him money. And even though on the outside, he was getting views, like he was getting videos that would get 1 million views, which is a lot, right? But those views would not convert into money. And that's exactly why you gotta structure your content, okay? Now, dumb entertainment people, it's literally just a pool full of kids who are just gonna waste your time and they're gonna be a headache, okay? They have zero buying intent, they will never give you money, and they're literally time wasters. They're gonna go through your whole funnel, they're gonna waste your DM setter's time, your closer's time, to just pretty much not buy from you. And most of you chase these guys right here without even realizing it, okay? Then we have the value seekers, and these are people who need to be nurtured. They can be future clients, okay? If you just nurture them enough, if you have the proper content ecosystem, which is what I'm gonna be breaking down in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down how to attract less of these people and attract more of these 2 types. And lastly, value seekers need to believe in you first and your unique mechanism, and that's why you send them assets and why they need nurturing, okay? Then lastly, we have the best audience ever, and this is the ready to change people. These are people that know the value of mentorships, that know buying something is gonna get them to their dream outcome faster, okay? And these are ready to buy the right solution people. They're gonna be most of your revenue and the lowest effort, but the most amounts of money, okay? I don't know if you noticed, but all the leads that pay you in full are gonna be the best clients to ever work with, okay? Because they just don't care about the value of money. They know that their investment is gonna eventually pay off, okay? Like as an example, the other day, we literally had a 10K euros PIF for my client. That client told me that the guy that paid 10K, he's the best client ever. Like he takes action faster, he does everything super fast, he's really funny. You know, those are the best people you're ever gonna work with, and that's who you wanna attract. All right, so if what I just talked about is your situation, it's probably because you're posting reels with no structure, following people that just say, yeah, if you post 10 videos a day, eventually one will go viral and you'll make money. Like that doesn't really mean anything, because viral doesn't mean money, right? Or they just say, oh, copy this viral format or aim for views. Like these 3 things here are keeping you broke, right? My client before working with me was doing all of these 3 mistakes, really pushing for volume, and that's why he wasn't really making money, right? Because what we did is we pretty much changed the messaging of his content. Because you see here, like this new entry model doesn't mess with this money emoji. Like qualified, experienced people don't really watch this style of content. But when we talk about how to spot a perfect reversal, which is trading language using a more experienced language, that's when we're going to be attracting leads that have a lot of money, okay? Or for the lifestyle content, you know, how the people that told you trading wouldn't work in the beginning call you now. Like this piece of content here doesn't really have any purpose behind it. It doesn't attract qualified buyers. It only attracts people that are motivated to engage with your content, to not actually buy something off of you, okay? So what we did is we changed it, even though it's not like an example from him directly, is we take pieces of vlogs, selling on the unique mechanism, selling on the program itself, showing off results, okay? But I don't really recommend this type of content simply because it still brings unqualified people. Or the last example, 90% win rate, what it does in trading, if you know a little bit about trading, it pretty much just attracts the wrong kind of audience, because experienced people know that it's impossible to have a close to 90% win rate, and they're just gonna scroll past. They're just gonna scroll by your video thinking that you're a scammer, that you're just selling something that is not true. So if you have 90% win rate, you're mainly gonna attract beginners that could believe this, okay? But traders that have experience, that have money, that believe in mentorships, and that are on this green side of things are never gonna be attracted by this content. So what we did is we started to make content talking more about the strategy itself and lowering down the win rate numbers, okay? As an example, this is a piece of a video where the guy talks about how ICT is literally the worst ever for many different reasons, and then he talks about how he was only able to become profitable, buy his dream car, do all this thanks to one mechanical strategy, which is our unique selling point, okay? So this is what you wanna do. Or the second mistake that you could be doing is you're posting YouTube videos with no intent, like you're pretty much posting vlogs with no real purpose behind it. Because even though this video here looks like a vlog, the guy is mostly on client calls dropping value, okay? Showing that he actually cares about his students, giving out value, which is a purpose. He's not just showing the Lambos. Like this vlog here is 80% value and shifting beliefs, and 20% showing what his unique mechanism can get, okay? Or this video here, which is directly from my client. And what we're doing here, we're selling on the unique selling point, which is our trading strategy, how much freedom it gives you, how much money it can make you. We show client results, okay? And if you have been posting this style of content, let me just tell you that it's not your fault, and I'm not even lying, because you got brainwashed by the guys making 300k per month, 150k per month, 200k per month, simply because you see that they're posting this heavy lifestyle content, even though on the back end it's really not. It always has a purpose, but they are playing a completely different game than you. A 100k per month coaching business is not a over 250k per month coaching business. It's completely two different things that have to do different steps, that have to take different steps. But what you actually need to do to hit 100k per month with your coaching offer fast is you gotta become your own niche. What do I mean by that is, and that's exactly what we did for this client, okay? We pretty much took from the biggest niches in trading. So here you might have ICT or X strategy or X strategy, and we pretty much became leaders in our own niche, okay? And our niche is mechanical trading. We pretty much became the leaders of that, okay? Because there was no point in playing a bigger game while being a really small fish. What we prefer to do and what you should be doing is become a big fish in a smaller pond, okay? But how do you actually become an industry leader in your niche and start printing six-figure months consistently? Simple. You use the YouTube lever, okay? It's a really simple funnel that is made of IG, YouTube, and money, right? Now, you don't want to have just YouTube or just Instagram in your funnel. You gotta have both working together, because if you only have IG, you're gonna have cold prospects not nurtured. You're gonna have people not believing in you or your unique mechanism, and unserious people. But at the same time, if you only have YouTube, you don't have enough touch points. You cannot take advantage of story sequences, which are so powerful, especially in 2026, and you're not maximizing the reach of your videos, okay? What you wanna do is you wanna use Instagram to engineer attention, and then you wanna use the long form platform to nurture that attention. And that's when you're gonna be making so much money with your coaching offer, you cannot even comprehend it, okay? Now, 6 months ago, Bart was at an unpredictable revenue point. He had an audience, but he had no idea how to sell high ticket sales. And he was getting views, but he wasn't converting them simply because he didn't know how to, okay? So what we did is we aligned his brand to attract quality traders. What do I mean by quality traders? Because everyone in this space is saying attract quality people, attract qualified leads. But who are these qualified leads? Simple. It's people who are capital ready, who are problem aware, so they know that they need to change. They know what their problems are, and they are ready to take action. They know that speed and taking action instantly will get them successful. And your ICP should have all of these. Now, I have a full section on actually niching down and exactly what you should be doing. So stick out till the end, because this video is going to be so good. Now let's get into pillar 1, which is attention engineering. Now what we would do is we would post reels to grab attention. I have a full video explaining that. We would send those reels views to stories to nurture people, to shift beliefs. Nurture and shift beliefs obviously by showing testimonials, by showing wins and all that stuff. And we would also send people to YouTube to nurture them even more, okay? I have a full YouTube video on that too. And our IG bio that attracts our ICP, that pretty much repels any guy that we don't want to attract, and that sends to longer form pieces of content so that we can nurture people even more. And you already know it, I also have a YouTube video on this, okay? Now on Instagram though, knowing your target audience is your most important thing, okay? Because if you start targeting the wrong audience without even realizing it, you're pretty much gonna have an audience full of unqualified people, and you're literally gonna be speaking to monkeys. Because if you're targeting the wrong audience, you're pretty much gonna be speaking to monkeys all day long. You're gonna be speaking to people that don't have money, that are never gonna buy from you, and you could start posting all the content in this world, but you're never gonna actually make money. And that's why they just push for more volume. Content recommendation never works, right? Let me actually break down the 3-layer framework that we use to niche down every single one of our clients so that they know exactly who they're speaking to. And when you actually dial in your target audience, not only you make more money, but you also have way more content ideas because you know exactly who you're speaking to, their problems. Again, everyone tells you to niche down and to target proper people, but nobody tells you exactly how to do it. And this pretty much works that each layer narrows your focus until you arrive at a market position that is virtually impossible for your competitors to replicate. You have layer 1, which is your total addressable market. And this is going to be the broadest definition of your industry, okay? Everyone in this space is a potential competitor and no one stands out. Then you want to go a layer deeper, which is the niche market. And this is a specific segment within your TAM. You have narrowed down the problem, the solution, or the demographic, and you're no longer competing with everyone, but only with the consultants who serve this specific segment. And you just don't want to stop there because you want to go a layer deeper, which is your micro niche. And this is going to be exactly your ICP. And this is the individual human being that you're speaking to. You know, their age, their income level, their pain points, their daily frustrations, their aspirations, and the language that they use so that you know how to talk and how to attract them. And this is where you become untouchable and you're going to make the most amount of money. Now, as an example, you have the fitness niche, okay? The total addressable market is fitness coaching, right? The niche, so second layer, is getting in shape with weightlifting. Then the deeper layer is you're going to be targeting men entrepreneurs between 23 and 35 years old who struggle maintaining good shape while running a business. And the goal here is to be as specific as possible in your ICP, which will allow you to make extreme specific content that is directly targeted toward overcoming their pain points. Because when you know so much about this, like if I'm targeting entrepreneurs, I know that they're busy. So I'm gonna be like, here's how to get fit without being at the gym 10 hours a day. So make sure you screenshot this, you write this down because this is gonna be so helpful. I literally paid $12,000 for this. I'm not even kidding, okay? And you're getting it for free. Now that the attention engineering section of our funnel is done, let's go into the nurturing section. Because everybody's seen the trust recession. The trust is at an all-time low and 2018 marketing showing Lambos doesn't work anymore. That's why the Onua's launch completely flopped. They had a marketing so bad that it completely flopped. They had to run a second webinar and even that didn't meet the expectations. But the point is that this marketing doesn't work anymore, okay? The market is a lot more sophisticated than it's ever been. Why? Because people have been burnt by bad courses. They've been burnt by bad mentorships. People doing bad business. We all know who Sam Millsap is and his situation. Now, his rebranding was amazing. Now he's crushing it. But that thing he did, not paying out his sales team, just gave a really bad reputation to the whole space. And that's why people are really skeptical, really sophisticated. Well, the number one solution to this is posting raw videos. Pretty much going against this 2018 marketing that pretty much just like screams guru vibes, okay? Because we want to optimize for value, not for entertainment. Because if we optimize for entertainment, we're going to get entertainment seekers, right? So posting raw videos is the solution, just like this, okay? Like no editing, nothing. This is a video of him just talking, shifting beliefs. The YouTube goal is to get the trust levels back up by creating niche content and going against the flashy lifestyle content. Even Ruben and Hua started making this style of content. Because if you have a broad video, like a vlog or a really edited video, it takes so much to make, money, time, there's no purpose behind it. You have an unqualified audience and you're not gonna make money. That's not gonna make you money. Compared to when you have a niche video, where it's really low effort, like it's literally just an intro, probably the body wrote down, but no editing. You just put yourself in a good position and you start recording. But this stuff here converts with low views. It attracts serious leads and it's gonna make you print so much money because you're not attracting entertainment seekers, but you're gonna attract people who are ready to buy, okay? Because if you speak to your ICPs problems, they are gonna be ready to buy, okay? So how do you actually play this game? Simple. You find outliers and adapt them to your niche. An outlier, if you don't know that, it's a video that performed way better than the channel's average. Normally, let's say that a video gets 2k views, but if you see that your competitor suddenly gets one that has 30k views, well, that's an outlier. You wanna instantly copy that and adapt it to your own brand, okay? Outliers tell you what's working right now in the market. And they also work across niches. Like if I am a trading coach and I see a video going viral or multiple videos going viral with the same format, well, I'm gonna copy it for my own niche, okay? So first go to your competitor channel and you set the time frame to the last 1 to 3 months. Then just take ideas from there. Because if 3+ channels that are your competitors have posted all similar videos and they all did better than average, that's literally a strong signal that you should just get on that video idea instantly. So anytime you see an outlier, write it down. As an example, we all know the F it, here's how I made X amount of money style of videos, okay? That went viral in all kind of niches. That style got me my most viewed videos, okay? Because I noticed that it was working for trading, for e-com, and I just knew that I had to replicate it because it was an outlier. And that's exactly what you want to do with YouTube. Anytime you see an outlier, even if you have already a pipeline full of content to post, make sure that you write it down. Now, let's get into pillar 3, which is the sales funnel. Now that we know how to get people into our funnel, we know how to get qualified people, we know who to target, we gotta understand how we can actually funnel those people into buying our course. So if someone doesn't book in a call directly from YouTube, which is gonna be this layer here, let's say that someone watches a video, they go into the description, they click on the link, they watch the VSL, or they apply instantly, doesn't really matter. And then you have this whole process that I'm gonna break down. But people are scared to take action. They're scared to book calls by themselves. They're scared to take that step. So what you want to do is you want to send them back to IG, to the Instagram DM funnel, okay? So what I saw that has been working pretty well on IG is DMs and story sequences, as I was talking about earlier, because it's the easiest way for your audience to get in touch with you. And it's going to be the final push that actually converts your people. It's literally retargeting ads. Story sequences are retargeting ads because you can nurture cold traffic to warm in 1 week. You could literally have a lead joining your funnel on Monday and be paying you $2,000-$3,000 or even way more by Sunday. This is now normal obviously for our clients because we don't only have a funnel and content so dialed in, but we also have a sales process which is literally unbeatable, okay? Now, you want to post credibility and intent-driven stories, personal and nurture stories, educational and value-driven stories, value-driven sequences with a freebie CTA to get people into your DMs. But from there, let's say that you have someone coming to you inbound or from ManyChat, you want to pretty much go into discovery, increase the gap, and then offer the call. If you need the A to Z framework on DM setting, just DM me on IG. There's going to be the link in the description. Now let's get into the good stuff, which is what happens after someone books a call. Because for this offer specifically, we have an 80% close rate, a close to 80% show rate, sorry, not close rate. So what we do is we have a confirmation page with assets. What are these assets? We have a normal thank you video, which is usually 2 to 3 minutes long, and it pretty much gives expectations for the call. We pretty much tell them, check your email and watch the videos down below. It sets the expectations. It tells them to show up in a quiet environment on a PC, like calm and all that stuff, and then gives them the next step on what to do, okay? So below this, you have breakout videos. What are breakout videos? Simple videos that are, again, long 2 to 5 minutes where you just handle objections, okay? So you want to take transcript from your past calls and you see which objections you've been getting more, or you just talk with your sales team. You go to the DM setters and you go like, hey man, what are the biggest objections that you have been getting in the DMs? And then you make videos about it and put them on this page so that people are gonna have their objections answered before the call. But then the last video that you also want to have apart from testimonials is a video pretty much breaking down your whole offer. And what you want to do here, knowing your market needs, let's say that you have like one-on-one support or a course covering X, Y, or Z, you pretty much want to go to the emotional part to then go into the feature, because people don't care about features. You gotta go on the emotional side and be like, if you've been struggling with X, Y, or Z and you've been feeling like this and that, well, this program gives the solution, and you pretty much have a full pitch deck there listing out the program's features. But since it's connected emotionally, people are gonna be interested in watching the video because they don't really want to be watching a video of the program features. But if you frame it this way, they are gonna be super nurtured to the call and they're gonna be 100% showing up. So as soon as they get the confirmation email from Calendly, we receive a notification on our Discord server, and we have the dialer instantly triaging the call. He confirms budget. He makes sure that the lead is gonna watch assets. He adds them to the WhatsApp group chat and all the sales process. If it's unqualified, we never leave leads empty-handed. We cancel and send YouTube assets so that they can book 2-3 months down the line, and then we're gonna be following up with them. But if they are qualified, we send email 1, which is a case study, and there's usually a link to the long form YouTube interview. So if you don't have case studies yet, just use you as a case study. Then SMS, and talking about your story, okay? If you don't have a case study, talk about your story. Then SMS reminder. Then we have a shifting beliefs email where we handle the main objections. We have the SMS confirmation and make sure to show up ready, case study, and reminder, okay? If it's a no-show, we dial 2 times, we send a message, we have an email to rebook, we have an email with urgency, and we have an email telling them that it's their last chance. Or if it's a no close, we reach out on IG, we ask them, hey man, how did the call go? They're usually gonna reply, opening up with the objection. Then you wanna handle that objection, sorry, and get them on another call with the closer, okay? Now, it's really crucial that not only you have this system in place, if you wanna have the exact scripts, just DM me on IG, but it's also important that you have SOPs for every single team member, as you can see here. Our SOPs are so dialed in that every single guy on the team knows exactly what they have to do for the day and what to do in every possible situation. Because when you implement SOPs so dialed like this, you're gonna literally be having the Wolf of Wall Street team closing so many deals you have no idea, okay? Another thing, and this is the sauce right here, like this last section of this video is gonna be short, but it's gonna be absolutely sauce, because that's how you get consistent revenue, and that's how you know exactly your sales team KPIs without just throwing numbers out there because they look good, okay? Now, revenue projection is pretty much knowing the exact numbers and breaking them down into smaller things, okay? So we know that our cash collected target is 120K. We know that our average order value is 2K. We know our closer, we know our show rate. Now what we want to do on the revenue projection is, since we have higher numbers, we want to have put numbers a little bit lower because we want to prepare for any scenario. Then we put in the historical actual, so the calls taken, the close rate, and all that stuff, so that then we know exactly how many sales we need to hit our goal, how many calls must show, how many calls we must book, how many calls we gotta book every single day. Then what we do is we adapt it to different scenarios, but not only that, we pretty much obviously break these numbers down exactly for each sales team member, okay? So how many DMs do we have to send every single day? Perfect. I don't know why, but my whole computer just shut off. What I was saying is that's why knowing your numbers is so important, because what I'm gonna do now that I have all this data, that I know exactly in every single scenario how my team should be performing, I'm gonna take that, adapt it to my goals, and I'm gonna give those KPIs to my sales team A to Z, so that they also know that they gotta hit their pace, okay? I have a full in-depth video about this. If you want it, just DM me on IG. But apart from that, that was pretty much it for the video. I broke down exactly everything we did to scale this offer. Okay, now if you're a coach, a content creator with an audience and you don't know how to monetize it, you're an info manager, you're an agency owner, and you're looking to scale to 50, 100K months while implementing these systems that I just showed in the video without having to spend months figuring this out alone all by yourself, just booking a call through the link below. If you're not ready for a call yet, there's gonna be a video in the description. Make sure you check that one out because it's gonna be so valuable. Or if you have any questions, just DM me either on IG or X. So appreciate you so much for checking out this video and see you in the next one.